Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am JP Dimri, retired professor of Russian from the Center of Russian Studies, English and Foreign Languages, University Hyderabad. Indian grammatical tradition, pioneering linguistics. The title of the module is Morphophonemics 1, Sanskrit Sandhi, phonetic combination of sounds. Sanskrit has a very complex system of phonological changes called sandhi. A dictionary of Sanskrit grammar defines the term sandhi as, I quote, euphonic combination, phonetic combination of two vowels or two consonants, or one vowel and one consonant resulting from their close utterance, unquote. Traditionally, sandhis are classified into three, namely Ach Sandhi, Hal Sandhi, and Visarga Sandhi respectively. Pani does not use terms Swara and Vyanjana Sandhis. In Pani system, Pratyahara Ach denotes all the vowels and Pratyahara Hal denotes all the consonants. There are two basic applications of Sandhi rules, depending upon the conditions under which the sound changes take place. The first one is called internal sandhi and the second one external. Internal sandhi applies to the junctures of morphemes or meaningful parts of words. In other words, internal sandhi occurs when affixes are added to verbal roots or nominal stems or to other suffixes. For example, Rama plus au, nominative dual suffix, Rama, Ramau, two Ramas, Bhu plus O plus Ti, Bho plus O plus Ti, Bhava plus O plus Ti, Bhavati, exists, becomes. External sandhi operates at word boundaries and between members of compounds. For example, Asti atra, astyatra, here he is. Tatra eti, tatreti, there he goes. Raja Rishi, Rajarshi, royal sage, etc. To be able to read and understand a Sanskrit sentence, it is essential to get familiarized with the rule of sandhis. We shall here discuss the main types of At Sandhi, and these are 1. Yana Sandhi, second Ayadi Sandhi, third Guna Sandhi, fourth Vriddhi Sandhi, fifth Pararupa Sandhi, sixth Dirgha Sandhi, seventh Purva Rupa Sandhi, and eighth Prakriti Bhava Sandhi. Let us now examine the rules pertaining to these types of At Sandhis with their examples. First, Yana Sandhi. Examples: Dadhi atra, curls here, Madhu plus atra, honey here, Dhatri plus ansha, a portion of Vishnu, Lri plus akriti, configuration of the letter Lri. These are the fit cases for application of the rule Iko Yanachi 6177. This sutra consists of pratyaharas Ik, Yan, and Ach. The pratyahara Ik stands in the genitive case. The pratyahara Ach stands in the locative case, and the pratyahara Yan in the nominative case. The sutra Iko Yanachi is a Vidhi Sutra, operational rule. With the help of Paribhasa rules, meta rules 1149 and 1166, the rule 617 Iko Yanachi is interpreted as follows. In the place of Ik, means E, U, Ri, before Ach, A, E, U, Ri, A, O, I, O, Yan, Ya, Va, Ra, La is the substitute. Again, with the help of Paribhasa Sutra, Sthanantara Tamaha 1150, in the place of E, U, Ri, phonetically closest replacement from ya, va, ra, la is chosen. So by applying these rules, we get the expressions dadyatra, madhvatra, dhatransha, and lakriti. This rule can be written as follows. Ik is replaced by ya before ach. Ayadi sandhi. Examples. Hare plus a to Hari, Vishnu plus a to Vishnu, Nai plus Akaha, a leader, Pau plus Akaha, a purifier. There isn't appropriate condition here for application of rule 6177 eco-energy. As the preceding parts of the above examples do not have ik. Hence, rule Hoyavayavaha 6178 applies. The rule Hoyavayavaha states, in the place of H means A, O, I, O, Aya, Ava, Aya, and Av are the substitutes before Ach. Now, with the help of application rule, Yatha Sankhyamanudesha Samanam 1-3-10, A is replaced by I, O by Au, I by Aya, and Au by Ava. So we get the expressions Haraye, Vishnave, Nayakaha, and Pavakaha. Notice that in Yan and Ayadi Sandhi, phonological changes occur in the preceding vowel of a word or morpheme. Guna Sandhi. Guna Sandhi falls in the domain of Ekaha Purva Parayoho 6184. The sutra states that a single substitute replaces both the preceding and succeeding sounds in continuous speech. This is a governing rule extending its domain or jurisdiction up to Sutra 61112. Examples. Upa Indraha, born subsequently to Indra, a name of Krishna. Ganga plus Udakam, the water of Ganga. The Sutra Ad Gunaha 6187 is applied here. This sutra states, when ach comes after a or a, let guna be single substitute for both. The term guna is defined by the sutra Adain Gunaha 112. This sutra states that the term guna denotes the short vowel o, at, and the diphthongs a and o, ank. So the single substitute for o of upa plus e of Indra is a, and single substitute for a of Ganga and u of Udakam is o. So we get the expressions Upendraha and Gangudakam. Guna substitute for o plus ri is and o plus ri is al. Examples. Krishna prasriddhi, Krishnardhi, the growth of Krishna, and tava plus lirkara, tavalkara, the letter law. Guna vowels are o, a, and o. Vriddhi sandhi. This sandhi also comes under the domain of 6184, Ekah Purva Parayo. So the replacement for preceding and succeeding vowels will be single one. Examples. Krishna plus Ekatvam, oneness of Krishna. Ganga plus Ogha, the torrent of the Ganga. Deva plus Aishwaryam, the divinity of God. Krishna plus Otkantham, a longing for Krishna. Rule Briddhirechi 6188 applies in these examples. This rule also restricts the application of rule 6187. The rule 6188 is an Apavada Sutra exception. The Sutra 6188 states, when O or A are followed by the pratyahara H, A, O, I and O. Vriddhi is the single substitute for the preceding and succeeding vowels. The term Vriddhi is defined by the Sutra Vriddhiradaj 111. Here A, At and H, I, O are called Vriddhi. So Vriddhi substitutes are A, I and O. So single Vriddhi substitute for O of Krishna and A of Ekatvam is I. Similarly, the single Vriddhi substitute for A of Ganga and O of Ogha is Au. We get the expressions Krishna Ekatvam. Similarly, the single Vriddhi substitute for A of Ganga and O of Ogha is Au. We get the expression Gangogha. Single Vriddhi substitute for A of Deva and I of Aishwaryam is I. We get the expression Deveshwaryam. Similarly, the single Vriddhi substitute for A of Krishna and Au of Utkantham is Au. We get the expression Krishnotkantham. The single Vriddhi substitute for O or A plus Ra is R. Ri is R. Example, Prarichati. The single Vriddhi substitute for O or A plus Ri is R. Example, Pra plus Richati, Prarchati. He goes rapidly. Vriddhi vowels are A, I and Au. Pararupa. This also falls under the domain of 6184. So the substitute for the preceding and succeeding vowels will be single one. Examples, Pra plus Ejate, he trembles. Upa plus Oshati, he sprinkles. Here Sutra Angi Pararupam 6194 applies. This sutra is an Apavada exception to 6188. The rule 6194 states that when an upsarga, prefix or preverb ending in O or A is followed by a dhatu, verbal root, beginning with the pratyahara eng, AO, the single substitute for the preceding and succeeding vowels is the succeeding one. So we get the expression prejate, pro plus ejate, and uposhati, upa plus oshati. Dirgha sandhi. This sandhi also comes under the domain of 6184. Examples, Daitya plus Ari, if an enemy of a foe of the demons. Vishnu plus Vishnu, Shri plus name. Examples, Daitya plus Ari means Vishnu. Shri plus Ishaha, the Lord of Shri. Vishnu plus Udayaha, the rise of Vishnu. Hotri plus Rikaraha, the letter Ri of the officiating priest. In all these cases, Sutra Akaha Savarne Dirgha 61101 applies. The Sutra states that after the Pratyahara Ak, A, I, U, Ri, Ri, before a homogeneous vowel, the single substitute for both preceding and succeeding vowels is the corresponding long one. So we get the expressions Daityarihi, Daitya plus Arihi, Sri Shaha, Sri plus Ishaha, Vishnu Dayaha, Vishnu plus Udayaha, and Hotri Karaha, Hotri plus Rikaraha. Purva Rupa. This sandhi also comes under the domain of 6184. For preceding and succeeding vowels, there will be only one single substitute. Examples, Hare plus our O Hari, protect us. Vishnu plus our O Vishnu, protect us. Sutra Angah Padanta Dati 61109 applies here. The sutra states that after the word final A plus after the word final ang, that is A and O, before the short initial vowel O of the succeeding word, the single substitute for the both preceding and succeeding vowels is the preceding one. So we get the expression Hare Va, Hare plus Ava, and Vishnu Va, Vishnu plus Ava. Prakriti Bhava Sandhi. Prakriti Bhava means phonological maintenance of wording without allowing any euphonic modification. In other words, no sandhi occurs in such cases. Examples. 1. Agacha Krishna atra goscharati. Come Krishna, the cow is feeding here. Hari eto, these two Haris. Vishnu imo, these two Vishnus. Gange amu, these two rivers. Ami Isha, those lords. Ramakrishna vamu asate, Rama and Krishna, those two are present. These are the cases of Prakriti Bhava. No sandhi takes place in the above cases by applying rules Plut Pragriya Achinityam 61125. Idude Divachanam Pragriyam 1111 and Adaso Mat 1112. The Sutra 61125 Plut Pragriya Achinityam states that when a Pluta vowel, proluted vowel or extra long vowel, and those which are called Pragriya come before Ach, no sandhi takes place, Prakriti Bhava. That means Prakriti Bhava. The Sutra 1111 and 1112 define the term Pragriya. 1111 states that the term Pragriya denotes vowels E, U, and A of dual endings. Sutra 1112 states that E and U coming after the ma of pronoun adasa, that are also termed Pragriya. So, by applying rules 61125, 1111 and 1112, no sandhi takes place in the above examples. So 1 to 5 examples. One above is the example of Pluta vowel after the word Krishna. Second, third, and fourth are the examples of Pragriya. Now, in this module, we have examined here the main types of vowel sandhis. The above sandhis can be grouped into 3 types. The type 1 is where the phonological changes take place in the preceding vowel. Yana and Ayadi sandhi pertain to this type. The second type is that where single substitute occurs in place of preceding and succeeding vowel. Guna, Vriddhi, Pararupa, Dirgha, and Purvarupa sandhis come under this category. The third type is Prakriti Bhava. We have followed the order of listing these sandhis as they are given in the Siddhanta Kaumudi and Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. Now, participants and students are advised to go through a small booklet, Sanskrit Sandhi and Exercises, by Iminov and Van Newton. Also the lesson Sandhi of Devvani Prakashika by Robert B. Goldman and Shelley J. Sutherland, University of California, Berkeley. Now, in this module, we have first defined the Sandhi as it is as defined by the a dictionary of Sanskrit, and then we have grouped these sandhis into 8 types and given the examples of these types by applying the appropriate rules. Thank you.